Cakeers, and Happy New Year to all our listeners. Welcome to Disaster 365 Radio Show. For those of you who are joining us for the very first time, this radio show is a short weekly program brought to you by the Department of Disaster Management and Emergencies, focused on spreading a greater understanding of disaster risk management and strengthening and developing a strong culture of disaster risk reduction throughout the year. In the Turks and Caicos Islands, we are vulnerable and exposed to much more than hurricanes, floods, and tsunamis. So tune in to Disaster 365 and let's work together to prevent disasters where we can and reduce disaster losses where we cannot. In studio this morning, I have with me Ms Andrea Been, our Public Information and Education Officer at the DDME. Good morning and welcome to the first episode for 2020, Andrea.
Good morning, Joanna, and thank you for having me.
So happy to have you. During the month of January, DDME focused its attention on earthquake awareness. Tell us what activities you have planned for this campaign.
This year, Joanna, the department have planned for earthquake awareness presentations in school, telecommunication tests with all our partners and stakeholders, and our daily social media posting of tips and other information relating to earthquakes. This year, we have tried to add an additional one. For the first time, a youth parliamentarian debate.
Ooh, a youth parliamentarian debate. That sounds really exciting. So you have a lot of activities planned for this year's campaign on earthquake awareness. What is the objective of this annual earthquake awareness campaign?
The objective of this annual earthquake awareness campaign is to raise awareness, especially when it comes to other natural hazards which could impact the TCI. We are all aware of hurricanes. Therefore, during Earthquake Awareness Week, it gives us a chance to focus on earthquakes, which is another dangerous and also deadly hazard, and what we should be doing to protect ourselves if we are impacted by an earthquake. The community must be made aware that unlike hurricanes, earthquake gives no warning and can happen any time of the year and any time of the day.
Yeah.
We can be asleep and have a sudden boom.
That is a scary thing.
Yes, it is. Therefore, I would like to draw our attention to the current increase in the seismic activity, which is happening around us, especially on the island of Puerto Rico, where earthquakes and aftershocks have been quite frequent over the past weeks.
So it's not that it's a season, but there have been a high frequency of the seismic activity. So we all need to be on guard. So out of the many activities that you'll have planned, I am particularly excited about this youth parliament debate, as I've never been to such an event. Can you shed a little bit of light of what it's about, who's debating, what they're debating about?
I am eager and just as excited and looking forward to this debate as you are, Joanna, to see what our young people will be coming up with. Who knows? Maybe members of the House can use a few of their ideas. What do you think about that?
Certainly. I mean, the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. So the ideas they come up with in this debate, ministers can really take it and push forward.
Push forward or add to
make it become a reality and overall build our resilience.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about it.
Okay. It will be a regular sitting of the House of Assembly where the youth parliamentarians taking on the roles of the government and the opposition, the government's appointed members and other members of the Legislative Council, including the Speaker. We'll have one will represent the Speaker and they will have two as the clerk to the House of Assembly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're actually going to sit and be...
There will be parliamentarians, we'll have the Premier, the Minister of Health, all will be represented by the youth parliamentarians.
This is very interesting. So tell me, what is this moot that they'll be debating about?
The moot is, be it resolved that the government of the Turks and Caicos Islands is effectively preparing the populace to respond to an earthquake occurrence in the Turks and Caicos Islands, which is quite interesting, and I would really much like to see what points they would be bringing for and against this moot.
For our listeners that are similar to me, what is a moot? Andrea, don't laugh at me, but what is a moot?
Well, a moot is an open discussion presented or introduced, and any form of discussion may come up over the point or the subject matter. So the moot
is the debate topic. Okay,
yes.
okay. All right. So since Andrea brought me up to speed, this is a very interesting topic. Unlike hurricanes that has a full season, as you said earlier, earthquakes has the potential to be very destructive, and there isn't a season to warn us. So tell us, when would this debate be happening?
The debate will take place this Saturday, the 18th of January, at the House of Assembly in Grand Turk at the H.J. Robertson High School auditorium.
What time it starts?
It's beginning at 10 a.m.
All right. So, Andrea, you have me all geared up. How can I participate in this event?
Okay. As the event is being held on Saturday, you can come out and support our young people who are all excited to be debating on such an interesting moot. Remember to bring a friend as well.
So exactly who are you inviting other than myself?
The general public.
The general public can come out.
Yes,
Okay.
It'll be like a fun day.
A fun day, and be supporting our youths in developing our future policies, maybe.
Yes.
So if I can't attend the session, how else can I support the event and the youths?
If you are unable to attend, you can listen to the session because it will be broadcast live over RTC, or you can follow us on our page, DDME Facebook page, as well as the House of Assembly House Facebook page.
So it is out to the public.
Yes.
We can tune in, we can attend, but we want people to attend the session and just participate, show support. As we're all talking about earthquake awareness, can you give me one of the key tips that you like persons to do at their home or work to heighten their level of earthquake preparedness?
One easy tip is the drop, cover, and hold. You can practice that if you want to do a little exercise in the office. You just practice drop, cover,
and hold on.
You can go under, do it. You just go under the table, hold on to the legs of the table, and cover, or put your hands behind your head to protect your head from any objects. This is important to crouch down as far as possible to protect your vital organs. That's another tip you must bear in mind when you're doing the drop, cover, and hold on.
Okay. So when we drop, cover, hold, we're crouching down, we're protecting our head, and holding on to that sturdy table.
Yes.
Should I go and eat a glass table if that's all I have?
No.
All right.
Because if an object should fall on the glass table,
it will shatter.
Yes.
All right. So we're looking for that sturdy table to protect ourselves. And we're just practicing drop, cover, hold on, crouch down, protect. You can practice the drop, cover, hold if at home, at work, even in the supermarket. Why not? Because an earthquake
can happen anywhere, anytime.
At any time. Tell us a little bit about that communication test that was done as part of the earthquake awareness. Why is it done?
Just to ensure that persons respond or answer their telephone and respond to the emails, and it's always too, it gives an idea of whether we have to update our contact list, emergency contact list, in case the person has changed their telephone numbers or email address. Because if they don't respond, then they will hear from us. We do a follow-up to ensure that the number is still current, or whether the email and telephone number has been changed.
So we do this in the peacetime because in an actual event or emergency, this is the exact methods
we'll be
using to inform them.
Yes, of any pending threats to the TCI.
Excellent. So Andrea, I'm excited and I can't wait to see you on Saturday at the Youth Parliamentary Debate. Yes. All right. Do you have any final words before we close today's session?
Yes, I would encourage persons in Grand Turk to come out and support our youth parliamentarians as they continue to make their contribution to our country.
Andrea, thank you so much for speaking with us on Disaster 365 this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ms. Joanna.
And we are looking forward for each person to show their support. Come out to the event, the Youth Parliamentarian Debate. We're talking about earthquake awareness and preparedness. It's happening on Grand Turk in the House of Assembly at 10 a.m. on Saturday, the 18th of January. Join us next week, Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. on Radio Turks and Caicos. I'm your host, Joanna Wilson, signing off until next episode. Be safe and stay prepared.